years ago, I was diagnosed with Parkinson's disease. Within a few minutes, you'll see that my left hand starts to shake. So I gave myself a new nickname, Lady Shakes a Lot. But I started to think of this as a superpower instead of a symptom of a disease. And then I started to think, what could I do with a superpower like this? I could be a bartender, specializing in James Bond martinis. Shake and not stir. I see we have a few James Bond fans tonight. What else could I do? I could work in a Christmas factory. Every morning I'd go in and shake all the snow globes, make sure the snow still falls. I could work in Hollywood, in the hair department. My hairspray can would always be ready. I could work in a morgue. Every morning I'd go in and shake all the bodies, make sure they're still dead. Let's talk about parenting. Any parents here tonight? You? Anyone have parents here tonight? Yeah. Everyone has parents. So, turns out that I wasn't always a good mom. Let's talk about therapy, photos, and McDonald's. So therapy. When my brothers and I used to get together, we'd trash our mom. She wasn't mean, she wasn't bad, really. But she had quirks. We'd trash her for her quirks. So I told one of my sons, now when the time comes, you go to therapy because of what I did to you. I'm sorry, I was doing the best I could. And he said to me, therapy? You think there's something wrong with me? No, actually, I think you're perfect. As it happened, a few years later, I was interviewing a young mother. She said, your son's not perfect. You'll see that story in a book that I wrote. I'll tell you about in a minute. So, photos. So I was hanging photos up on the wall of my brand new house. My son comes over and he says, how come you have more photos of my brother than me? You were counting? I guess we never get over it. So as it turns out, I decided to write a blog, writing mostly family stories, and I purposely left out the names of my children. They can fight over who has more stories when I'm gone. So McDonald's. So from time to time, our grandchildren come and stay with us. On one of those visits, we took our grandson to McDonald's. My son called us up later and said, you took my son to McDonald's? You never took me to McDonald's. How come my son gets to go? It's true, we didn't feed our children junk food. Our children don't feed their children junk food. But when your grandma's different. If the mom is doing it and the dad are doing a good job, they have to set all the rules. Grandparents don't have to do that. We get to treat them. I talked to a young mother a few years ago and she said, how come when I dropped my daughter off at my mother's house, she had nothing but ice cream for dessert? Is my mother trying to undermine my role as a good mom? She never fed us that way. We don't feed our children that way. I said, nope. It's because you're the mom and she's the grandma. She gets to break the rules. You can read more of these stories in my book. He gets to know Grandma, where I interviewed 40 mothers and grandmothers and said, what advice would you like to give to the other generation about how to raise a grandchildren? The book is available at Prospero's around the corner. I just had to restock, so thank you all for buying the book. It's available on Amazon, also at Prospero's, and I'll be doing book signings August 11th in front of Prospero's Saturday morning, 10 to 12. Thank you very much. I'm Carol Covin. You can find me on Facebook and YouTube, Carol, C-A-R-O-L, Covin, C-O-V-I-N. Thank you.